Good morning, everybody. It is 10:05, April 8th, aka my mom and my aunt's birthday. They're twins, obviously. Um, so hey, happy birthday to my mom. She's never gonna hear this, but oh well. Um, so it is week 4 of online learning. So this is the first week of our extension, up until what, May 1st or something like that. Um, there's a dog barking outside. Hopefully you can't hear that too clearly. Anyway, so we're looking like we're at least not meeting in person until this date here. So really right here, May 4th. Um, so, I don't know how this is going to go. It might extend all year. It might not. Really, it depends on how the next few weeks go, I guess. I'm sure you guys are hearing a lot of stuff out there about exams, about even impacting next year, impacting fall sports potentially. But don't worry about any of that stuff right now. Like I always say, control what you guys can't control. Okay, so as long as you're doing your part in social distancing, trying to eliminate the transfer of this virus from one person to another. That's all you can really do, right? You can't control other people. Control what you can control. Okay. All right, so a few things here. So let's go into this. So I just posted recently a few things. So for the test, I took off the notes just so you couldn't take our notes, from the notes and go on to the test and just copy it word for word. For the most part, you guys did pretty good on that. Some of you guys not so well, which makes me wonder what you were really doing the whole time. So, the thing with online learning, guys, is you're only going to get as much out of it as you put into it. So, if you come in, and I know, you probably care about some classes more than other classes. I understand that. I was the same way. But if you come in and, you spend only 5 minutes a day on doing the assignments that I give you, expect your test results, your assignments, expect that kind of grade. Okay. Just because we are online learning doesn't mean that I can't see the effort you guys are putting in. Okay. Um, I'll try to keep giving you guys examples of what I expect. Like I said, this is new for everybody. So, if you have questions, like I keep saying over and over, I need to know, because if you don't ask anything, I'm going to assume that everyone's on the same page. So if you guys have questions, please, please, please ask me. We are going to be starting to do Zoom here eventually, and I'll explain how that's going to work here in a little bit. But anyway, so let's get back on track. Sorry. Um, so last week you guys had the quiz, which, like I said, for the most part went pretty well, and then we had our food log. The food log of the 3 days, and then the 1.5 pages of your essay. And I tried to check in like I was recommended to do. So hopefully you guys are, trying to figure this stuff out. Okay. This week I attached the notes. Right here is a link. It actually doesn't look like a link, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. So you guys might just have to go through the video to watch. I'll see what you guys are saying about that shortly. But okay, so week 4, 4/6 through 4/9. So this week ends on Thursday, tomorrow, because this whole week is spring break, so you won't see anything from me until the 20th. Okay, well, actually the 19th. We as a faculty had a meeting on I guess yesterday maybe. We all met on Zoom, and we're all going to start posting our week agendas on Sunday night. Okay, so you can expect to see something from every teacher, most likely at least, on Sunday night. Okay, and that'll help you kind of map out how the how your week is going to go. Okay, figure out what stuff's due when, figure out how to manage your time a little bit more. And that's kind of something I feel like I tried to do when we were in person, but sometimes I just really didn't know how the week was going to go. So being able to see what you're doing for the full week in every class is kind of an advantage. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of that. Managing your time properly. It's a good training tool for you guys to actually, plan ahead, use these kind of skills that you don't usually get, when we are in person. Okay. So week 4, hello, I apologize for the late post. So yes, it is Wednesday. I had some technical difficulties, Wi-Fi issues. email issues that were going on that I was not really able to contact you guys as much as I would like to. But the good thing is that this week we really don't have a whole lot to do since it is a short week. Since this is a short week, you will only have one task to complete that needs to be completed before tomorrow. So it'll be tomorrow, and I'll get into the specifics here in a second. The video will give you specifics on what I need from you. Spring break starts this Friday, as I mentioned, and not goers, and goes all next week. So we will have no assignments that will be due or any material covered until we get back to spring break after Easter. So, like I said, this 20 or the 19th, you won't see anything from me until the 19th. And have a good Easter, guys. I know that this year is going to be a little different than usual. Whether you guys are driving by houses, whether it's sitting outside 6 feet apart, whatever you guys are doing, whether it's just staying inside. Don't forget the message of Easter. It's I don't want to say it's a good time for all this to happen, but it's you know just as Jesus rose from the tomb, we are going to rise above this. Okay, we're going to figure it out. And it might take a little longer than 3 days, but we're going to figure it out. Okay. And as I said, the video will be posted shortly. So when we get back, I'm going to cover the rest of the notes. So from slide 18 to slide 24. But what I really want you guys to get in the habit, not in the habit, but what I want to be focusing on today is going to be this slide 25 here. Okay. So the nutrition project is what we're going to start doing. So what I need you guys to do is once we go through this, I need you to email me what your topic is going to be. And that's all the assignment is going to be for today, for this week, really. You're not going to get any points. You're not going to lose any points. But if you don't send it to me before Thursday, before tomorrow, let's say, I don't know, 2:30, 4 o'clock, whatever it is, I'm just going to pick a topic for you. Okay, so you can either do a topic you choose, or I can pick the topic for you. So that's going to be the benefit there. So once I get all the topics in, it's going to look kind of like your current events where we're all going to be presenting, and that's where the Zoom's going to come in. Okay, so you guys are going to be required to log in. We're all going to listen to whoever is due to present that day, and you're going to present in front of everybody. Okay, so it's a little different than presenting in person, obviously, but it's going to be nice to see all you guys again. It's going to be interesting to see, what everyone's been up to. I think if we're going to stick to the schedule, I think classes are going to be like an hour long, and they're all going to be split up on certain days. If I'm reading our schedule correctly. So what you guys are going to be doing is sending me your topics one by one. I'll be compiling this into a chart that looks kind of like this with your presentation date. I might do all the topics first and then do the date after, so don't worry about all these numbers yet. And then, I'll communicate that to you to when you should be ready to present. Okay, so let's look at this. So as we know, our unit 4 is all about healthy eating, diets, all that good stuff. So our nutrition project, this is the 4th time I've done this, and every time this has kind of been the highlight of everyone's semester of taking health. Okay, and it's usually because everyone gets to bring in food, and everyone gets to eat a bunch of food all together. So hopefully we get to that point, but I'm not sure if we're going to. So if anything else, you at least get to make some food for yourself. Okay, so nutrition project, and then I pulled this off a website. So this is not mine. It is from a website where I find some of my stuff. A lot of teachers find their stuff. So this is not mine, but I am taking it. So sorry to that person, but I'm taking it. So an easy, fun, relevant project that allows students to pick their topic and product. This is a self-differentiating project. So what's happening? So shouldn't students be more informed about the importance of good food choices? This project informs students while also allowing them to share their culture with their food choice and also having a lot of fun. Students choose from one of the 3 options. So we'll get down to the options here in a second, but you choose only one of them. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. The importance of choosing what you're choosing. Yeah, whatever. We don't need to see that. Okay. Okay, so option 1. So like I said, you guys are choosing one of these 3, only one, okay? And for option 1, you are actually making a food, okay? So once again, Option one, you are making something or buying something. All right. So whether that's a type of food, a drink, whatever it is, you're gonna have to buy it or make it. Okay. Option two, you do not have to make anything, but you have to do some research. Okay. Um, however you want to take it, however you want to do it, that's totally up to you. And it's going to be first come, first serve when you guys send me the emails of your topics. So the sooner you listen to this video, the sooner you figure out what you want to do, the better the chances are you're going to actually get your topic. Okay. So, option one is recipe analysis. So, find a favorite recipe for a snack food or any food you wish to make. So, like I said, you have to make it or buy it. Make a visual aid for the recipe, such as a PowerPoint, poster, etc. Be creative. So, in the past, we've always done PowerPoints. I've had some students do posters, but for the most part, everyone does PowerPoint, and it works out pretty well. And what I'll do is once we get further into this, I'm going to attach to I'll send it to Classroom, but I'll set you guys up with like 3 or 4 examples of what I kind of expect from past classes, past experiences, so you have an idea of what to expect when we get into this. Okay. So like I said, for the most part, we do PowerPoint, um, but posters are acceptable. Analyze the nutrition facts of the recipe using online resources. So things I'm looking for are servings per recipe, calories per recipe or per serving, fat per serving, sugars per serving, and proteins per serving. So when you make your food, and like I said, when we get back, we're going to go into our food label, our nutrition label. So look, stuff like this. Um, but you're going to have to analyze what your recipe is and look at these different things. Okay. Make the recipe at home and bring it to school. Obviously, not potentially not going to happen, which stinks, but that's part of it. That's part of the situation we're in. Okay. So you will make it at your house, and if you have to show it to us at your house, that's what's going to happen. Okay. Tell the class about your recipe and the nutrition facts. Let us know if it is healthy or unhealthy, and your recommendation about eating it. Is it a go, slow, or whoa food? And I'll also attach a rubric once we get all our topics in that will make a lot more sense than all this, guys. But for the most part, what you need to take away from option one is that you either make a food or you buy a food and you have to analyze it nutritionally. Okay. In the past, we open it up to healthy or unhealthy foods. So I don't shut it off to just healthy foods, because it's important to know that unhealthy foods, it's important to know why they are unhealthy for us. Okay. So I don't care if it's healthy or unhealthy. You just have to be able to tell me why it's healthy or why it's unhealthy. Okay. So once again, option one, recipe analysis, you're actually making something. Option two is going to be eating disorder. So decide to research either anorexia, bulimia, binge eating, or any other eating disorder with teacher approval. So if 3 people come in right away and say, I want anorexia, I want bulimia, I want binge eating, one per person. The fourth person can say any other eating disorder they want to research. Okay, so you might just type in Google eating disorders or common eating disorders, and then you would send that to me. I'd send it back to you saying yes or no, and then you'd have it. Okay, so don't think you have to do just one of these 3. Okay, it can be any eating disorder out there. Okay, and there's a lot, so we shouldn't be struggling to find topics. Okay. Define what the eating disorder is and how common it is. List 10 facts to know about the disorder with school appropriate visuals. So if you want to send me that before, make sure they're school appropriate. And I'll get into more of what that's going to look like in the future. Make either a PowerPoint or poster. Like I said before, most people do a PowerPoint, and then you'll present it to the class. So like I said, we'll have a Zoom meeting, Zoom presentations, and that's when that's going to happen. Okay. Option 3 is nutrition research. So choose a topic and have it approved by your teacher. So this is going to be any topic that you want to research. So possible topics include the importance of vitamins, being a vegetarian, how the food pyramid works, food allergies, fast food health facts, or the best foods for building muscle. Okay. So something some people have researched in the past is they'll pick a fast food restaurant. So maybe McDonald's, maybe Chick-fil-A, and they'll compare, how healthy certain food items are on the menu. So say you choose just Chick-fil-A. Okay. So some people might look at the healthiest option on the menu. Some people might look at the most unhealthy option on the menu and compare those as to ingredients, as to price, stuff like that. So if you want to choose that route, you would choose a fast food topic or a fast food restaurant, and you tell me, what's unhealthy, what's healthy, so on and so forth. Okay. Um, Tell us about the topic by writing a brief introduction or definition. You will not have to do that. You'll just tell us. Well, I guess if you go into a certain topic that's not fast food, you will have to, tell us the general information on it. But list 10 facts or details about your topic along with appropriate visuals. Make a presentation of your choice. So once again, PowerPoint is probably the easiest way to go for you guys. Okay. And then present it to the class. All right. So those are the three things, and these are the rubrics down here. So if you do option 1, this is going to be a rubric. Option 2 is that rubric. Option 3 is that rubric. Okay. And I'm going to tweak the points a little bit. I'm trying to remember. I think that when whoever created this, it's out of 100 points potentially, and we make it out of 50, I believe. So a 50-point project that we won't even start working on it until we get back. So all I need from you guys is for you to email me your topic. I'll approve it. I'll put it in this, and then hopefully by Friday I can post it out and show you guys, who's doing what. And then for anybody who has not submitted theirs yet, you can have an idea of what's out there, what you can do, what's available still. Okay. So once again, option 1, you are making a food, buying a food, and showing us, the steps of how you make it, the ingredients of it, the servings, calories, fats, sugars, proteins, all that stuff. Option 2 is an eating disorder. Option 3 is nutrition research. Okay. Let's see. I think that might be it for today. Like I said, I will be accepting emails for that. I'll be trying to get those grades, your test grades on Portal by the end of today, hopefully. I just need to look at a few things to make sure that's going to be possible, but I think it should be doable. For these notes, I will go back through the notes. Where are we at here? So I'll start with these notes on that first day we get back, most likely, and we might have a small quiz on it, just so you guys are actually looking at the material. But you guys need to know this stuff, some of this stuff for your actual presentation. So that's really why we're going to go over it. Okay. But yeah, I think that's about it. So, if you need to, if for some reason this doesn't show up, I'm going to have to save it and then send it to you guys individually. The link is on Classroom, but it's looking like it's not a link. I'm not sure if we can just copy and paste this or how it'll work, because I did have to log into this website to get it. So, not sure how it's going to work, but if you guys are not able to access it, I need to know that sooner than later. So, whoever sees this, try to access this immediately. And shoot me an email so I can fix it if you cannot access it. Okay. All right. So I think that's about it. I'm going to post some more instructions here shortly. One last thing, guys. And I know, like I said, you guys have your classes that you might pay more attention to than mine, which is okay. Like I said, I was the same way. But I want to show you guys something that I can see on here that maybe you know about, maybe you don't. But it's the YouTube videos. Okay. So as soon as I can bring up my channel, somewhere here, like I said, Wi-Fi issues. So I can bring up my channel. I can see how many people are watching my videos, guys. Okay. So last week looks like we got 51, which is good. 30, 52, 30, 30. Okay. So, I have close to 60, maybe a little over 60 students. So, I know there are some people out there not watching these videos. Okay. So if you are someone who asks me questions constantly, which is okay, but I'm always going to say, watch the video first. And then if that makes, if it doesn't make sense, then you should email me. Okay. So, if you get that email from me saying, watch the video first, it's not me trying to be mean to you. It's not me, not wanting to help you. It's just me saying the resources are out there, in the future, especially if you guys go to college. Your professors will answer your questions, but if the information's out there, they're going to say, hey, the resources are out there, find your own information, find your own answers. Okay. So if you guys have questions after watching the video, then absolutely shoot me an email. Okay. But until you watch the video, there should be no reason to send me a question or ask me a question, unless it's not related to the material, of course. Then you can shoot me an email at any point. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Like I said, just need you to email me your topic as soon as you can, whether that's today or tomorrow. Then I'll start compiling a list that looks like this. I'll break it down, just as I had the current events. So the topics, period 3, period 5, period 7, and then we'll get this thing rolling. Okay. Have a great Easter. Tell your families I said Happy Easter. Happy Easter from my family to yours. Enjoy this time you guys have with your family. Okay. This is really, like I said, the first time that this thing has kind of ever happened. But for some reason, I feel myself kind of being more relaxed. It's interesting to think about the mental health side of things when, we don't have a job to go to every day, when we don't have school to go to every single day. Any outside factors. So, really focus on growth of yourself during this time too. So personally, my family and I, we made 5 or 6 goals that we're all trying to follow during this time. So maybe try to challenge yourself into learning something new, into doing something, whether it's for your health or your well-being. Maybe it's reading more, working out more, or maybe just overall, trying to better your relationships with your family members. So set some goals for yourself during this time, because it doesn't really look like it's going to end anytime soon. Especially when they talk about fall sports, college football not being a thing potentially. It's just no one really knows where it's going to go. But I know Ohio's doing a pretty good job with it. So keep up the good work, guys. Like I said, happy Easter. I will see you guys on the 20th or the 19th. Okay, have a good one.